Hey guys, really quick, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the subscribers that I have. Just wanted to let you guys know I appreciate you guys, and thanks for commenting on the videos. All that stuff helps me out and really makes my day. So thank you. Hey friends, and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be working on this Alberta spruce, and you could see how much growth it has. So what we're going to be doing today is reducing the apex with all these new buds and just bring it back a little bit. This way we could get distribute some of that growth to the lower branches here. So let's get started. Alrighty, so right here you're looking at the apex of the tree. So what we want to do is identify where each branch is at, where we have them coming out, and what we want to accomplish with the styling of the apex of this tree. So you could see down here we have, see if you guys could see it. Right here we have the branch. We have it come up and then it splits off into two, and so what we want to do is we have just so many buds coming up from the top of the tree here. So we just want to be able to take off some of this growth. We don't need so many. So you could either pinch it back or you could just cut it. So that's that. Let's see if I can get my tweezers here. So with doing this right here, it will distribute that growth to parts of the tree that needs it. So you want to be really careful with doing this. So that's that. You can still see how much more buds we have coming out here. So this tree is apex dominant. So you're gonna get a lot of buds up top. That's just because the flow of the sap is going all the way up and then back down all the way up. So you want to reduce some of that so it's able to spread out to lower branches. So you really want to just be careful when plucking the bud. So I'm not going to save any of the new growth. I'm just going to take, once I select the bud, I'm going to take the whole bud out. I'm not going to cut half of it or any of that. It's not a pine. It's a spruce. So you treat spruces different than pines. So let's take a step back and just take a look at the tree here. And you want to be able to take anything off that's growing in between, like right here is a good example. So you have this this bud growing out right here. We don't want that because we want a clean line right there. So I'm gonna take that off. Anything growing downwards you want to take off. I got so many buds growing from this section right here. So, and you see this branch coming downwards. So if I want to keep it, I could keep it, but I'm just going to take it off. Take that off. And then you have this bud coming out right here. I'm going to leave this bud right there. And then if I flip the tree around, you see we have a couple more buds right here. They're splitting off into two. So we're going to leave those right there till they elongate. And we have this branch right here coming out. Splits off into two right there. We have this other branch. It comes off, splits off into two in the bottom, but also has another two on top here. So we gotta pick which ones we want. So what I'm gonna do, grab my tweezers here. So I do not want to be applying, you know, wire to this tree just yet. So what I want to do is actually remove the two top buds on this tree. So let's just go ahead and do that. Very hard because they're just so small. Take that off. So now you have your two buds. And then over here you got your other two. I'm gonna leave those, even though it's up on top of one another. You guys could see that right there. I'm just gonna leave them for right now. Then over here I have a bud in the center and then another two on each side. So the one in the center I will be removing. Take that out. And then on this side I got two buds. I'll leave that. So this bottom branch is done. We got a whole bunch of other buds coming out from the center of the branch here. So I'm gonna leave those till they elongate a little bit more, and then we could figure out what's going on. So let's move up to the second branch here. So over here we have a little bud. We're gonna leave that. Over here we have 4 buds. So I'm gonna be removing this top bud right here. Just like that. And once again, we have a whole bunch of buds coming from the center here. We'll leave that. And on this branch, We have a whole bunch of buds. 2, 4, 5, 6 buds. So leave that one in the back there. So let's remove this top one. And that bottom one. So this way we have 2 buds at the tip, and then we got a couple in the back, smaller buds, which I'll leave those. And then same thing over here, I'm just going to leave those for right now. Let's move to this back branch. We have a whole bunch of other buds coming. We're going to clean this one up right here. That looks good. So for right now, we're going to let this part grow. Let's move up to the top here. Alrighty, so we just took care of all the bottom branches here. What we're going to do is let them elongate a little bit more, and then we could do our second session on this tree. So now back to the apex here. Let's figure out a couple more just to take off here, just to keep it the energy distributed properly here. So we're going to remove that bud. I gotta take a step back here and take a look at the tree. Yeah. I'll remove this top one. Alrighty, let's take a step back and see how it looks. Alrighty, so we finished up this styling. Not really styling, but we took care of the growth on this tree, this newer growth, so we can distribute that energy to the lower branches here. There was a lot of buds coming out from the top, and there still is, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for them to elongate, and then we could do our last bud selection or pruning of this tree. So but for right now, we took enough off to be able to get energy to these bottom branches here, not all going up to the top. So I think it looks pretty good. Let's get this back out on the bench and let everything grow out, and then we'll do another styling on this tree in I'd say about 2 weeks. Alrighty friends, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. So we'll come back in a couple weeks and finish up this tree. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace! Alrighty, let's go set this tree out on the bench, and I wanted to show you guys one more tree. So here we have a Scots pine, and you could see all that new growth coming out. So I'd say about another couple days we're going to be working on this tree and cutting back the growth. So stay tuned.